I am Matthew P. from EURAXESS. This event is organized by EURAXESS Japan, by the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation, represented by Luca here today, and French Tech Tokyo, represented by Jean-Dominique here today. And we also are very glad that we can hold this event at the Accenture Digital Hub, which is our official sponsor and support for this event. So I would like to leave the room for a few minutes of presentation about Accenture.
So thank you for coming. My name is Daigo Sakaida from Accenture, and I'm very glad to have you all here today. And as you may know already, Accenture is a consultation firm, and now we operate in 200 plus countries all over the world, I believe. And I represent open innovation part of Accenture. And what do I mean by open innovation is I see these players, maybe the font is too small for that. So one is a startup, the other is a large corporation, which is our clients, and universities, institutions are part besides the policymaker. And when you think about these players, they have difference, and I try to understand the difference. For instance, a startup has a speed and imagination ideas, but they often lack resources. And a large corporation has resources, including humans and capitals and all that, but sometimes they need time to make decisions, and policymakers have budget, but sometimes they are bound to their time frame. And university institutions, they have great ideas and thoughts, but especially in Japan, they are sort of, in my opinion, depending upon Japanese budget. And when I try to make match up for these differences, I believe I can solve a problem which is not have solved in the past. And not only I try to do it in Japan, but also I try to do it in global scale. Whilst I'm doing this open innovation in Japan, I kind of say problem. It's sort of an initial hypothesis, but Japanese innovation ecosystem could be different from what we have in California or Israel, if you like. And we have venture capitals and funding in Japan, but it's not as so scaled as what we have in California. And the way I try to solve is to sort of do a matchmaking in between Japan and global straight. And I hope and truly believe that today's event is part of such a global matchmaking, and I hope you could enjoy today's event. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Daigo, and once again, thank you to Accenture for hosting this event. We have a very short welcome address by all three organizers. Maybe we can start with you, Jean-Dominique.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. So my name is François. I'm working for both the French Embassy in Japan and GST, Japan Science and Technology Agency. And I'm also in charge of connecting the French and Japanese startup ecosystem through an initiative we call French Tech. And in the French Tech, we have a few very interesting events in France. And one of these is Hello Tomorrow. I will introduce later.
Very short, thank you.
Absolutely, super quick. Very nice to be here today to see old faces, new faces, friends, new friends. My name is Lucas Coffier, and I'm today representing the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation, specifically the EU-Japan Technology Transfer Helpdesk. But I'll tell you everything in the afternoon. So don't go anywhere because it's going to be very, very interesting. And joking aside, I'm very happy to organize this event with new friends and old friends once again, and hopefully we will really have a very interesting day, and we will come up with amazing ideas that one day we will see maybe on a shelf of I don't know, a store, or that's the great aspiration that we have, to see things that are really happening. So thanks for being today with us.
Okay, thank you, Luca. And this will be also very short. Once again, I am Mathieu P, the EURAXESS Japan representative. I will also tell you all there is to know about EURAXESS for innovators in the afternoon. So if you want to stay, please do. We also have food, by the way. But just in a word, EURAXESS is about linking people together and bringing them to cross the barriers of frontiers, specifically state frontiers, and putting researchers together, putting innovators together, and specifically in Japan, our role is to put researchers and research projects together between Europe and Japan. It's a very wide range, but it's quite fascinating. So thank you very much also to all of you for coming here today. I know you could have done a lot of interesting things, but this is one of them, so thank you again. As you know, we have a dual program today. In the morning we have a pitch contest by, well, we hoped to have 6, but we only have 5 this morning. 5 very interesting projects, and it is in partnership with the something that you may or may not know yet, but you will know in an instant, that is called the Hello Tomorrow Challenge. And the winner of this contest here will be sent to Paris for the final of this contest in October, I believe. But I'm sure that Jean-Dominique here, who is the curator of this Hello Tomorrow Challenge for Japan, will tell us everything there is to know about it. Please.
Okay, thank you, Mathieu. Yeah. So first, I would like to thank, of course, Accenture to host this event here, and specifically also EURAXESS and EU-Japan Center with Mathieu and Luca, who did a really wonderful job. So as I said before, I am coordinating the French Tech here in Japan, and basically for the French Tech, we officially launched this hub in October 2015, and we are organizing or co-organizing or participating into events almost every week to introduce and also change the way people look at France. Of course, France is a great destination for food, culture, etc., but it's also one of the major destinations for innovation and startup ecosystem. I was a little bit disappointed actually in Japan that nobody never heard about this. So anyway, we are doing our best to let people know through this French Tech initiative, but also through our large French corporations like Dassault Systèmes and many others that are present in Japan and are also introducing a lot of new technologies. And I'm very happy today to have this very first event around Hello Tomorrow here in Japan. So thank you to everybody, of course, the jurors, the companies that applied, and all the people to be here today, because this is a really wonderful event, and really for Japan, I think, as you mentioned, this is a new kind of things that we should see popping up everywhere in universities, in collaboration with large corporations and third-party companies, okay? So I will try to give you in less than 10 minutes now, because a quick overview of what is Hello Tomorrow. Actually, this event started 6 years ago. It was launched by a French guy, you know, the MIT did the MIT under 30, so at that time he was under 30, and he was launching a biotech company. And he started in the US, he came back to France, and he decided to do something for scientists, okay? And this was the only event worldwide in order to help the scientists, the researchers, meet the entrepreneurs. There are a lot of entrepreneurs out in the world. There are a lot of scientists also, but there was nothing to help them meet, exchange their ideas, and try to bring truly disruptive and truly groundbreaking solutions. Okay, so yeah, that's how it started, and now it started to be a very large event. So actually, Xavier Duportet is the founder of this. He launched several biotech companies. First one was Eligo. And so this event brought a lot of people around the table. It's working very well in Europe and America, attracting a lot of projects. In Asia, to be very honest, as I mentioned, it's the very beginning. Not only in Japan, in Korea, in China. But I think that in the coming years, it should be as important as it is in other parts of the world. So what is really Hello Tomorrow? It consists in three major things. One is a challenge. So I would say it's a challenge like many others. However, as I mentioned before, it's really for deep tech technologies. Okay, I don't know if you are all familiar with deep tech technologies, but clearly it's technologies coming from labs, people that really want to bring things that will change the world. So we are not specifically talking about iPhone apps here, but it can be also iPhone apps. Okay, it depends. So first, there is a global challenge, and this global challenge will be officially launched for this year somewhere in April. Okay, and Hello Tomorrow decided that actually accepted our proposition with the French Tech Tokyo, EURAXESS, and EU-Japan Center to have an event in Tokyo to introduce this, okay, and to have a challenge here also in Tokyo to start to communicate to the local community and to start to push these ideas into Japanese universities and other stakeholders. And so for the last year edition, for instance, after I will have more information about last year event, but 3,500 projects were gathered from 105 countries, okay? And as I mentioned also, something very particular, you don't need to have an incorporated company to take part in this challenge. They are really looking for technologies, solutions, deep tech solutions. So if there is a proof of concept, if it's backed by strong IP or strong research, that's okay. Please apply for this. So this challenge leads to a summit, which is held in Paris. Okay, I'm sure everybody is very happy always to go to Paris. It's a nice place, and so people from all over the world meet there. And this year, this will be in October 26th and 27th in a place called 104, which is one of the most interesting incubators in the city of Paris. And what is totally new are the local hubs. Okay, so as you will see, till we don't have a hub in Japan, I will try to do my best to push stakeholders to have something in next year. But you will see that in some other parts of the world, these kind of initiatives are very active. In India, in Israel, of course, in America, in Europe, in Korea. There is a coming out and working on very specific subjects. So about the challenge. Okay, again, you will find words that everybody hears 10 times a day if you are in the ecosystem. But behind this, again, what they are looking for is really the technologies behind. Okay, so they organized it in 10 categories. So this was for last year challenge. So for this year, maybe there will be a few changes. But basically, 10 categories were created. Here we just have 9, but there is another one. And then emerging technologies are what people are looking for. Of course, we do think that innovation is a complete ecosystem. Okay, so there must have people, scientists, people. There must have large corporations. There must have third-party companies, and they all have to work together. So Hello Tomorrow is involved with a few of the large French innovative companies worldwide, like Michelin Group, like Airbus, like Air Liquide, like L'Oréal, like Safran, okay? And all of these companies are working on a specific challenge. But most important is the network with universities. They developed a very comprehensive network with European and American universities, and I hope that we can do the same here in Japan with the Japanese universities. So just to give you a map of where the application came from, and where the top 10 universities involved. So for last year, we succeeded to gather about 20 Japanese projects, so which is, I think, really small compared to the potential we have here in Japan. And just to give you also the 3 winners, so how it works. So as I mentioned, 3,500 applicants, 500 projects were invited to Paris, okay, after the challenge results. And there were 10 categories and a few winners and the top winners. And so you have here the 3 top winners since 2014. And as you can see, it's international event, so it was a Swiss project, a UK project, and a German project. All these projects, since they, for instance, the Swiss project, since they participated into Hello Tomorrow, they raised $35 million US. But for the UK project, they found their CEO at the event, and for this one, they closed a large, I think, 10 million euro round just after 2 months, just the time of the due diligence after the event. Okay, so this was for last year. So please keep in touch for the official challenge will start in April. So we'll start also communicating about the speakers for this year. You have to know that Michael Bloomberg is very supporting this event. So he's taking part, he's making the introduction. He really thinks that it's a very beautiful event. And there will be a lot of speakers at the event, roughly 100. Okay. And a few words about the local hubs. So as you can see, the hubs will be are based on specific subjects. So typically in Shanghai, it's about well-being. In San Francisco, they decided to work on healthcare. In Los Angeles, about space technologies, etc., etc. So hopefully, we will find good ideas and projects for opening something in Tokyo or in another place in Japan, but very soon. And just to finish, stop. So just please keep in mind, in April we'll communicate about the challenge, and in October this will be the place to be in Paris on these 2 dates. And I wish you good luck for all the applicants today, and fortunately meeting with all of you in Paris in a few months. Thank you very much.